Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. It is yet another Factory Friday. I sent the G.E Kohler factory to Dixie for testing, and I had to make one adjustment in the XML. Let me get a something to work on. Well, we're only going to take a look at the now. The only thing I made one slight adjustment in the XML, and then she said it needed a little bit more lighting. So what we're going to do is we're going to add just a little bit more lighting to this, and we'll see what it looks like in game. So let me grab, where's the one on the front? Of course, it's the last one I click on. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to slide this one down a little bit. Throw this one here on this end of the building. And then I'll grab one more. We'll add one sort of over this way. Let me slide this one over a little bit further. I think she said this drop-off area was a little dark at night. And then we shouldn't need much on the back of the building because there's no triggers or anything back here. And I needed to check the signs. I think she said there was like a window or something shining through one of the signs at night. So let's grab this guy. Is there a window back behind this one? No, but let's pull it out a little bit further. And then let's take a look at this one. Yeah, there's no window behind that one. And then let's look at, what do we have on this side? One over here. No, there's no window behind that sign. And no window behind that sign. So I don't know, we'll have to go in the game and look at these at night. There might be a window behind this one. Nope. I'm just going to pull these out a little bit further. Alright. So we added one more light. So we have to make a slight adjustment to the XML. Farm Chick 63, good morning. So let's pull up the XML real quick. And we'll add one more light in here. So it's going to be numbers 5. Let me get out of here. Let me just position my camera. Let's get rid of the plane. Give this a quick save. Alright, let's come back here a minute. Let's delete this one. We'll zip this back up. And then let me open up Ritchieville test map. Ritchieville zip. Let's grab this guy. Overwrite the one that's in my test map. Got to change you to Ritchieville zipped. Alright. See what that looks like. Nikki Fizz, good morning. Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be a short stream this morning. I'm 2 factories ahead for Ritchieville, so I don't need to build a new factory for Ritchieville today. So don't have to build a new factory for Ritchieville today because I already have 2 in the works. We're going to take the Ritchieville Old Man's Mill, and I'm going to do a quick convert to it and for the prairie map. It shouldn't take us that long to convert that over to the prairie map because the one that's built for Ritchieville, Ritchie's Island, and the hollow map will not work on the prairie map. The fill types are slightly different. So do a quick convert for that. and then I'm going to get out of here. I'll probably be gone for like 2 hours. I have to edit and render a video for YouTube, which takes me about an hour. And then I have to run to, while that's rendering, I'm going to run to the grocery store. Because the family's leaving this afternoon around 2-ish. So, I'll edit and render that video while it's rendering. I'm going to run to the grocery store, get that out of the way. And then I'll have food for the entire weekend. So I'll probably, when we finish converting Old Man's Mill, I'll probably be gone for 2 hours, and then we have all afternoon to work on the new 16X map. Alright, now where the heck is G.E Kohler? I have no idea where I put this factory down. I'm assuming it's back here somewhere. It is. Alright, so the only thing I did was I made one slight adjustment to the XML. And I don't see anything weird going on with the signs. Everything here is active. Since it's almost dark in game, let's just go till it's dark. We'll see what it looks like at night. Alright, back down to 1 speed. Okay, yeah, the extra lighting is definitely going to help. I know the signs throw some weird shadows. Oh, that's what she's talking about, that weird shadow from the light above the sign. Okay, yeah, then it's flickering. Alright, so let's take a look at that. That's the only sign that's flickering, right? Yeah, that's the only sign that's flickering. Alright, let's take a quick peek at that. And then next Friday we'll have to build a new factory for the Ritchieville map, and we'll have to build a new factory for the Prairie map. So next Friday we'll be super busy. So we probably won't even get to the 16X map next Friday. Alright, let's wrong folder. Let's open G.E Kohler back up. I'm going to probably move that light. Oh, come on. Stupid get force. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take this sign. I'm going to push it back in a little bit. And if I recess it, it's not going to throw as many shadows. And now I'm going to take this light. And of course it's always the last one I click on. We're going to take this light, and I'm going to slide this light away from the sign. Now I'll throw it back on the corner. Let's save this. Let's save this. And then we'll delete this file. So copy, paste. Let's jump back in here real quick. I didn't do any work on the 16X map after the stream ended last night. We had a late dinner and I just crashed. I think last night was the first night I actually got like 8 hours of sleep since I started taking my new medications like 2 Mondays ago. How easy is it to convert an FS15 map to 19? You have to remove all of the foliage from the map. You have to remove all of the trees from the map. You're going to have to convert all of the shaders over from 15 to 19. You're going to have to convert all the textures over from 15 to 19. Then you're going to have to go into the map, make sure it's not throwing any errors. Then you have to paint all the foliage back onto the map, and you have to put all of the trees back. You have to put the FS19 foliage into the map, and you have to put the FS19 trees onto the map. So it's going to be it's not a hard convert, but it's going to be a long convert if you're going from 15 to 19. All right, let's roll back through the night. All right, and then I think that's going to get rid of those shadows on this sign. All right, yeah, so I'm going to got a little bit of shadow going on, but that I can't fix. The sign's not flickering now, so that's all that matters. Alright, so we're going to call this factory ready for me to send back to Dixie. So definitely not so easy to convert a map from 15 to 19. It can be done, it's just going to be really time consuming. It's mainly because you have to remove, because you can't use any of the FS15 or 19 trees, foliage or trees, from 15 to 19. So you're going to have to wipe all the foliage off the map and all the trees off the map. So that's time consuming. And then you have to convert all your shaders over. So every shader that's in the map, and my maps have a ton of shaders. Let me go into one of my maps real quick. So if I go into Ritchieville, for instance, if you go under new buildings, there's shaders here. So all of these shaders have to be converted over from 15 to 19. And then there's probably another shaders folder. So all of these shaders have to be converted from 15 to 19. And then most of your textures are going to be, they're going to look dated, so you're probably going to have to update all the textures. The map maker's no longer making maps, and I've requested it from him. Okay. Yeah, it can be done. It's just going to take you a while to get it done. Alright, so we're going to call G.E good. I'll get the update sent to Dixie. So let's go into placeables. Let's find the Ritchie Old Man's Mill. Let's create a new folder. We're going to go FS19 Prairie _ Old Man's Mill. Alright, I'm going to throw this file into here. We're going to open up the Ritchie Old Man's Mill. Now, I think, yeah, we're definitely going to have to make this a lot smaller for the prairie map. Let's create something to work on. And then let's start, I'm going to go over here. We're going to get rid of this building. The prairie map has no sewage and trash, so I can get rid of some of this product. Trigger I'm going to leave in there for now. That can go. I'll worry about getting the extra lights out later. This building can go. That map does not have batteries, so that visibility node can go. I'm going to leave the tanker in here for now. So what other visibility nodes do we have? Lumber, steel, pallets. What does mods, Richie's Prairie, fill types. Alright, we have, let's go up to our mill. Alright, where's our mill? Under the animals. It would have been easier for me to just to open up the mill. Alright, we're going to open up the mill instead. Richie's Prairie. Placeables Global Company. Where's Mammoth Mill? Alright, well, you're making what? You're making lumber. Are you plywood or are you lumber? You're plywood. So we need plywood pallets and steel. Are you making plywood pallets and steel? You're making plywood. You're making steel. I don't think we're making pallets. Which I can substitute crates, I think. Alright, so we can get rid of the plywood. No, pallets, sorry. We're not making pallets on that map, so I can get rid of that. So let's go here. Let's go File, Export. Where are we? Desktop, placeable mods, Prairie, Old Man's Mill. So Old Man's Mill. Let's save that. Let's exit out of here without making any changes to this one because I don't want to screw up the Ritchieville Old Man's Mill. Thanks for the warning. You are more than welcome. Alright, so let's look at, actually let's leave that one here a minute. Let's open up the Prairie Old Man's Mill. Alright, particle systems, we're going to need to bring the smoke over. So, smoke. Alright, so we have the smoke. Did it bring the sounds over? It brought the sounds over. No, it brought one of the sounds over. So copy that over to here. It brought all the textures over. Alright, so now I need scripts. I need this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Let's copy those over to here. Let's create a new folder. So palettes. Alright, so what palettes are in here? We don't need dead cells. We're going to do feather dusters, walkers, and wheelchairs. Alright, I'm going to zip this up. We're going to go cut, paste, And then I can delete dead cells because this factory doesn't have, or this map doesn't have power cells. So this will give us our feather duster palette, our walker palette, and our wheelchair palette. So let's go into the store photo. So this is Old Man's Mill. Let's change this up a little bit. Let's get rid of my name. Let's grab Old Man's Mill. Let's bring it down here. Let's get rid of this. And then let's just go color picker. We'll go with the brown. Now this will be just for the prairie map. So let's save that. So that's our store photo fixed. Alright, so let's open up the factory. Grab a plane to work on. Now, we are definitely much smaller for this map. I think I'm going to get rid of the tank as well. Yeah, I think we're going to get rid of the tank. Just to make this smaller for the prairie map. So this extra light we're not going to need. So that light can go. That's going to shrink this down a lot better. Let's do a quick save. So let's go to, let me close this. I don't want to accidentally make any changes to it. Let's look at the Prairie Old Man's Mill mod description. I can get rid of dead cell palettes because we don't have the dead cell palette. Let's look at the 110. We have plywood. This map has no pallets, so we're going to get rid of pallets. This map has no plastic either. I don't think this map has plastic. Fill types, prairie. Let's scroll to the top. Control find. Plastic. I don't think this has any plastic. It does not. Alright, so we can get rid of the plastic. We have down. We're going to have to change glue to resin. We have raw rubber. We have no power cells. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to make walkers, we're going to make wheelchairs, we're going to make feather dusters. So none of this is going to change. It does not produce mittens. It produces walkers, wheelchair. I'm going to run this word together. And feather dusters. And we have to change all of Richie to prairie. So let's save that. And then let's look at, before we finish our factory itself, let's look at this guy. We're going to go 189,000. So we have plywood, we have no pallets, we have no plastic. We're going to change glue to resin. We have raw rubber, we have no power cells. Alright, so that fixes that. Nothing else here is going to change. We have to come down to Richie and replace it with Prairie. Alright, so it takes care of that. We have, this can go because we're not picking up sewage. Change our delay to 2 minutes. Alright, so plywood we still have. Pallets we got rid of. We still have steel, but you're number 2. We have no plastic. You become number 3. You become number 4. We change you to resin. We have raw rubber, so that becomes number 5. No power cells. And I don't even think we need water. I'm going to get rid of the water. So 5 inputs. Let's go over here. We'll get rid of the water. Didn't want to do that. Let's go over here. So we're going to output walkers, we're going to output wheelchairs, we're going to output feather dusters. We have no dead cells, so they can go. We have no sewage, that can go. We have no trash, so that can go. So sewage, trash, dead cells, they can get deleted from here. So plywood, we have, steel we have no plastic. We're going to get rid of the water, we're going to get rid of the power cells. So plywood, steel, let me grab my notebook. No plastic, I cross plastic off. Let's add a little bit of resin. Just because we have a lot less inputs. So 20% plywood, steel, 20, 40, 60, 80 for 100% out. Okay, I can live with that. So we have no sewage, no trash, no dead cells, so they can go. We have plywood, steel, we have no plastic. We have no power cells. Actually, I think I'm going to change this whole factory up a little bit. I think I'm going to run everything on one production line. No, this has to be a little bit different. Alright. But what we can do is we can get rid of production line 2. Let's go copy and paste. Let's make wheelchairs and walkers on the same production line. We have to add smoke 3 up here. And then I can get rid of production line 2 completely. Now we can change this to 50%. And we can change this one to 50%. So we're going to get walkers and wheelchairs off of the same production line. We'll have to go back and fix our 110. So that's going to be production line 1. Production line 2 is going to make our feather dusters. Let's get rid of this. We need down. We have no plastic. We have no pallets. Glue goes to resin. I'm going to add a, instead of a plastic handled feather duster, we're going to do a wooden handled feather duster. So we're going to add a little bit of lumber in. And I can get rid of the power cell. Let's bring down up to 40% and 15%. And then this becomes number 3, and this one's just for our global company menu. So let's get rid of sewage, trash, dead cells. We have plywood, we have no plastic. Oh yeah, we have no pallets, we have no plastic. You get changed to resin. Let's get rid of the water and the power cells. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inputs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We have to come back over to here. You are walker wheelchair production. I don't want the sentence to be too long because it's gonna mess up the global company menu. Let's go W and W production. So walker and wheelchair production. I'm gonna get rid of this line. You become 2, you become 3. Alright. Now smoke 2, smoke 3, smoke 4, smoke 5. Trigger 2 we got rid of because we're not picking up sewage or trash. Plane 1 we got rid of because we're not picking up trash. Why do I have a bale trigger in here? And we don't have any fuel to run this factory, so we may add in either a little bit of coal or a little bit of diesel. So the generator now makes no sense. I think we're going to add coal. Let's ditch the generator. And we're going to have to ditch smoke 2 is where? Oh crap, what did I just do? I went below the map. Alright, smoke 2 we need to keep. Smoke 3 I need to keep. Smoke 5 is for the generator, so let's delete smoke 5. So if I delete smoke 5 there, I have to delete smoke 5 here, and we have to delete smoke 5 here. Alright, so we can add coal into the same trigger. So what do I have in this trigger? I have an exact fill route, I have a palette node, and we have a bail trigger. I'm going to keep the bail trigger. I'll show you why. Let's make this a little bit taller so it's container friendly. Oh, there's no containers on this map. It's just pallets. I'm going to make it just a little bit taller anyway. Let's do a quick save here. Let's go back here. We're going to add in input 6. Let's add some coal in here. Let's save that. And then we have to go into here. We have to add input 6. You're going to be coal. You're going to be coal. 500,000 liters of raw rubber, 500,000, 500,000, 500,000. I'm going to leave all the inputs at 500,000. So we come down here. And you're going to go to coal. But you only need 5%. So let's copy that down to here. And we have to copy it down to here. Alright, so that's going to give us a fuel. And then none of our, we got rid of one light, so we have to check. I think the only i3D mapping we have to check is our lighting. Everything else should not have changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I got rid of one light, so let's get rid of this last light. None of our other i3D mapping should have changed. But we'll probably go through it anyway. So what do we have? We have plywood. Visibility node should be 1 and 0. So our plywood. Okay, so you are 0 and 1. Did I read that backwards? Yeah, 0 and 1. Alright, so that one's in there. Steel is 0 and 2. So there's our visibility node for our steel. Down. Resin's a liquid, raw rubber's a liquid. Coal. Do I want to add some down pallets into here? And have them appear under here when you drop them off. Let's do a quick save. Let's go to... Where do I want to go? Alright, this will work. Richie's Prairie. Objects? No. Is it under pallets? Where's my down pallet? Objects, pallets, global company. No, I think down's in a different place than all the other pallets. Excuse me, let me grab a sip of coffee. Is it under XML? Yeah, our down pallet is here. Let's grab our down pallet. go File, Export, Old Man's Mill, Prairie Old Man's Mill. Okay, so we're in the right folder. Let's go down. And I'll get rid of that. Oh, come on, it's a stupid thing. Alright, now let's check our textures. Alright, brought the textures over. So let's go in here. Let's go create a transform group. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. I've got to move you down. Okay, so why did you pop in there? Let's go. I know why. Let's go edit, cut, in, paste. Yeah, that's where I need you. You're a new visibility node. Alright, let's go File, import our down palette. Oh, I know what else I forgot to do. Before we're going to come right back to that. We have to take this trigger out because we don't need it. Alright, now let's look at, let me go down on my speed. Let's look at this palette. Actually, I only need parts of it. So I need this part. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. And I'll put it right back here. And then I need this part of it. And then I can get rid of this so it doesn't leave all the collisions in the factory. That can get deleted. So you now become just down. And then let's line some of these up so when you drop off your down, it shows up in here. Just to fill this gap where the plywood was. Are you floating? No, you're not floating. Alright. Let's get some of these in here. I guess I'll do it from this side. So let's push that back a row. Let's get some in here. And then next week we'll probably build the bakery for the prairie map next week. I'm going to send the pierogi factory to the Patreons today, and then it'll get released next Friday. Alright, that should be good. So that's going to be our visibility node for our down. And you are going to be, let me come up here and grab the whole visibility node. So you are going to be 0 and 3. So let's grab this command and put it here. Yeah, under here. So you are now 0 and 3. I don't think any of our i3D mapping has changed. I'm just going to take a quick peek. Oh, we have to fix our clear area, make this factory a lot smaller. So let's do that. Because I forgot we made this factory smaller. Pierogies, now I'm making you hungry. Yeah, so I'm going to get the pierogi factory released to the Patreon members at some point today. Alright. Alright, so that looks good. So where is our clear area? Yeah, it's number 8, so it didn't change. Alright, so our start, yeah, we can bring our start way in. So our start can come way into here. So this factory will be much smaller than the Ritchie version. So our start there. Our width is going to come in, so that's even smaller yet. And then our height needs to go on this corner. Alright. Do another save. Alright, so clear areas are done. Let's check our... Where is my... It's up here. Tour icon should be number 11. Our camera didn't change, our start and end didn't change. I think we're good. I think we're ready to throw this in and test it. Let's get rid of the plane. Let's save this. And then we'll see if it throws any errors once we put it into the map. Alright, you're Ritchie's Prairie. I can close you. You're Old Man's Mill. I can get rid of this and this. Now there's one thing I need to check. Category. You're this color category. What is the rest of our prairie maps category look like? Same color. Okay, so I don't need to change that. Palettes are done, particle systems are done. We have our shaders. I think we're ready to test this factory. So let's go into... Let's close you because I've got way too many windows open. Let's go to mods. Prairie zipped map. So copy and paste. Change this to prairie zipped. And let's go to our test map. Alright, let's go into, where's my test map? 16. And I should have a new store picture for Old Man's Mill. Oh, we do. So that's the first good sign. So yeah, I do apologize. This is going to be a short stream this morning so I can get my errands done and I can get back here, and then all afternoon we can work on the new 16x map. Alright, so let's head back here to our test area. Let's grab a little bit of speed. So yeah, this is the pierogi factory. This will get released next Friday. I'll get it to the Patreons today. So let's come in here, let's grab... Oh, it is the purple color. I thought it was. Let's grab the Prairie Old Man's Mill. It is definitely smaller. Yeah, she's definitely smaller. Let's throw it over here. And let's take a peek at it. Let's check the menu, make sure it's not throwing any errors. So WW Walker wheelchair, feather duster, and then our overall production. Alright, so that looks good. So that's not throwing any errors. Let's check the log real quick. Make sure it's not throwing any obvious Lua errors. Scroll to the top. Alright, we have a Lua error. Input for lumber does not exist. Do I not have lumber in this map? We do not have lumber in this map. So what did I miss? Let's get out of here. Let's figure out what I messed up. Could have swore we were making lumber. Alright, let me pull. Let's go back into Prairie map. Actually, let's look at the factory first and make sure I didn't miss a lumber line. Let's come up top. Let's go Control Find Lumber. Right there. Okay, so we missed it on the feather dusters. Does this map not have... Oh, because we didn't put the input of lumber in. That's why. Okay, hold on. I messed it up. Alright, so we have to come up here. First of all, is this map making lumber? Control Find. Yeah, we're making lumber. Alright, so let's come back into here. We have to add in input 7. We have to add in lumber. We're not going to use a lot of lumber, but it's just going to use a tiny bit of lumber. And we have to add in, underneath coal, we need to add in input 7. Input 7 is going to be lumber. And the only thing we're using lumber for is a little bit in the feather dusters to make the handle, since we don't have plastic in this map. So our feather dusters is going to use a little bit of lumber. So I need to add it into here as well. So you're not going to use like 5 pallets of lumber is going to last you forever in this factory. So let's do this again. Let's delete this copy. Let's zip it back up. So let's copy prairie zipped. Let's try this again. Let's go to our test map. Let's grab a little bit of speed. And then let's throw our factory back down. And where did I put it last time? Over here. Let me spin my camera around. Let's throw this back down. And now let's check. The air in the log should now be gone. Yeah, so our lumber air went away. All right. Now, it's going to take us a little bit to haul everything over here and test this factory. So what long pallets do I need? Lumber, steel, and plywood. All right, lumber, steel, and plywood. Let's go back to the mill. I don't think I have any over here. Or do I? We have plywood. We have steel. Does this map, am I going crazy or is this, okay, we have no lumber. We have a little bit of steel. We have a little bit of plywood. We're going to have to go back for lumber anyway. So let's go back and grab some lumber. Don't tip over. I don't have time for that today. So since the family's leaving at around 2 or 3 this afternoon, I'll be home all weekend with the dog and the cat. So the tentative plan for today is, as soon as I get this tested, I'm going to get out of here for about 2 hours. And when I get back, we'll work on the 16x map. And then I'll take a dinner break. And then after dinner, if I still have energy left and I'm feeling okay and I can still sit, I'll come in and we'll play on this map for a little bit and we'll continue my series there, or we'll jump back into Foundry and we'll play with Foundry for a little bit tonight after dinner. Haven't decided yet. Let me know in comments if you want to see the prairie map, if you want me to play on the prairie map tonight, or if you want me to play a little bit more of Foundry tonight. Crap, what do we have in our way? We have boxes in our way. Okay, we're gonna have to get them out of the way first. So tall pallets. Let's get these boxes out of the way. Can I drive through here or am I going to make a mess? Oh, no. Okay, let's get these boxes over into the warehouse. I also, now a third option is I want to play Eco. So that's another option. I can reinstall Eco and we can play a little bit of Eco tonight to change things up a little bit. Alright, let's head back over. We'll grab some lumber. So I haven't decided what I want to play after dinner. So we've got three choices. The Prairie Map, Foundry, or a little bit of Eco. And of course I'm going the wrong direction. Now we're going to get ourselves wrapped around a tree. I'm going to have to play this map because I got lost. Surprise us. Oh, I don't know. We'll make that decision right before I go live. I'll even surprise myself with what I'm going to play tonight. Alright, let's grab a little bit of lumber. Do we have any made? We don't have any made. Alright, we're going to have to cheat some logs in here so we can make a little bit of lumber. Alright, again y'all, this is my test map. We're going to cheat it in. Should be enough to fire this factory up. What else are we missing? We have logs. Do we need concrete for anything? No, because I'm not using it in another production. We're going to need barrels. We're going to need crates. Bricks we don't use in another factory. Pavers we don't use. Drywall is a direct sell. We should be able to make plywood. We're making steel. Okay, so we should be good now. Let me forward time a little bit so we can get some lumber made. Now let's grab some lumber. We still have no lumber. Why did you not go active? You have logs, you have coal. And we're gonna need barrels for anything? I don't think so. Crap. So now I'm gonna have to forward more time. Alright, let's try that again. Lumber. I only need like 5 pallets. Let's grab 5 pallets of lumber. Let's grab, since we're back here, let's grab a couple steel. And now we'll grab a little bit of plywood if it lets me spawn it out. There we go. That should be good. Where's my truck? Alright, let's go to long pallets. Oh, you know what? I don't have any down on this map. So I don't have any animals going. Let's see if I have any in the warehouse. Let's see if I cheated any in for testing. I may have to cheat some down in for testing. Alright, let's run this load over. I'll have to give Dixie a heads up too, because I don't even know if she has any down in her test map. I'll surprise you. I'm leaning towards one game for tonight. I'm not going to say what it is. I may change my mind between now and then. What time is it? 10 o'clock already. 10 o'clock, I feel like I've got absolutely nothing done today. I actually got 8 hours of sleep, so I didn't. I usually work on stuff between 4 a.m. I usually start working on stuff at 4 a.m. and I actually didn't crawl out of bed this morning till like 7:30. So I feel like I lost half a day already. Alright, let's drop these guys. Alright. Now the question is, I may have to save an exit, and I may have to cheat some down in. Let's see if I have any down in the warehouse. Did I cheat any in for testing? I did not. Alright, we're going to do a slight... Can I cheat it in with the truck? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. So if I go to here, do we have down or do we just have wool? No, we just have wool. Alright, slight pause. Let's do a quick save. This is save game 16, right? Yeah, this is save game 16. Now let's get out of here. I'm teaching y'all bad habits, so if you want to look away right now, look away right now. We're going to go into save game 16. I think it's under on create, but I'm not 100% sure. And I have to find central warehouse. Alright, we are going to cheat in. Crap, but it has to be in the same order. Bear with me all. Or I'm going to mess up my save game. Alright, hold on. I'm going to do a quick... hold on, let me create a new folder. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to copy this into here in case I mess it up and screw my save game. I could put this one back in and I'll be alright. Let me go to... let me open up a new folder. Let's go to mods. Have to go into the prairie map. Placeables, global company, central warehouse. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, they're numbered. Never mind. Where is down? All right, down is number 28. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, hold on. Let me do something first. So what was that number? 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. You are down. And let's just bring in so we have some for testing. Now I think that's correct. So down was 28. What's my next one on the list? Plywood. Plywood is number 41. Yep, 41. So we're in the correct order. Let me save that. So I did. Let's close this. Let's close this. I should have, if I didn't mess up my save game, I should have down in central warehouse now for testing. I didn't see a thing. Alright, let's go back to save game 16. Now I should have down in the warehouse. I usually do all that off camera for testing. I usually try and fill my warehouses and silos. Alright, okay, so I did not mess up my save game. So let's grab a little bit of speed. Let's take this truck with us. Before I run over there, what else do I need in the way of pallets? Coal is bulk, raw rubber's liquid, resin's liquid. Alright, so we just need some down. Should have some in the warehouse now. If I didn't mess this up, we should have some in here. Look at that. 2 million liters of down. It magically appeared in the warehouse. I don't need 40 pallets, though. Let's grab... Oh, what the heck. We got 2 million liters. Grab 40 pallets. Let's go to regular size pallets. And let's pick these up. Well, I know the trigger's working. I should have a tanker sitting back here somewhere. Oh, you've got diesel in you. Alright, we're going to empty the diesel out. Alright, you no longer have diesel in you. We should have raw rubber back here. Let's grab some raw rubber. That should be good for testing. That'll work. Good enough for testing. I'm going to cheat in some resin rather than driving all the way back to the mill. That should be good. We just need a little bit of coal. So my tipper's back here. Let's grab some coal. Oh, okay, hold on. We're going to do a slight change. Let's do a quick save. I know why I put the bale trigger in there, for a reason. Well, let's make another slight adjustment to the factory. Let's get out of here. Let's pull the factory back open. Actually, I just need the XML. Let's go back into Old Man's Mill. Let's go back into coal. Because I want to add straw. You can burn straw, you can burn coal, you can burn... We can burn wood chips. And you can burn nutshells. Now, is it nutshell singular or is it nutshell plural? Control find. It is nutshell singular. So you should be able to burn coal, straw, wood chips, or nutshells. So let's zip this back up. Let's copy that. Go back into mods, prairie zipped. Let's jump back in here. Back to my test map. Yeah, I was hoping to do some more work after I finished my stream last night on the 16x map, but it just never happened. I was hoping to get the rest of the mountains and roads done. I'll jump back in here. Let's grab a little bit of speed. We are going to grab, let me grab my store delivery mod. I'm going to grab a stack of bales, straw bales, just to make sure the bale trigger works. So let's go to, what setting do I need? Small square, are they the small square bales? They're the large square bales. Alright, let's make sure the trigger accepts the bales. That's why I put the bale trigger in there. Alright, perfect. So that's going to count as fuel. And then let's dump some nutshells in there. Top it off with nutshells. If it takes the nutshells, it'll take the coal. Perfect. Now this factory should be fired up. And everything is active. Nice. Alright, so let's just, since it's almost dark in game, let's just roll. Let's just roll the night. Do a quick run around. Make sure there's no weird lights floating in the middle of nowhere. Alright, back to 1 speed. Alright, let's grab like 6 walkers. Let's grab 6 wheelchairs. Grab 6 feather dusters. Let's see if they all spawn out. Alright, so feathers dusters. We have our walkers. We have our wheelchairs. Now let's test a sell point. Actually, let's test 2 things. So let's go back to, crap, I think these are tall pallets. Well, let's go to regular size pallets first, but I think these are tall pallets. Let's turn that on. Let's try these first. It's probably only going to pick up the feather dusters. Yeah, it's only going to pick up... Oh no, they're all tall pallets. Good. Okay, so let's go back to... Let's turn that off. Let's go to tall pallets. There we go. Alright, cool. So I didn't mess up the trailer. So they work. Let's see if the warehouse works, and we'll test the sell point. I might be able to change these to regular size pallets and have them double stack. Which means another update to the auto load trailer. Let's find walkers, wheelchairs, feather dusters on here. Back here. Alright, let's forward time so they move over. And then let's spawn them back out. Alright, walkers, wheelchairs. I don't know why it loses that 1 liter, and feather dusters. So that's 15 pallets. So let's spawn out. Let's come over here. Stuck on the roof. Spawn out 2 more. Alright. So let's grab, let's head over to a sell point. Of course, I miss. Why does that 1 pallet look different? Oh, we've got a messed up pallet. we have a texture issue with the map. The walkers are spawning out as glass. Crap, that means I gotta do a map update. Oh man. We've got our palette texture messed up. Alright y'all, look for a Richie's Prairie map update this weekend. I gotta fix the texture for the walkers. The factory's correct. The map has the wrong texture. The map has the glass texture instead of the walker texture. Alright, let's do a quick save. Actually, before we do a quick save, let's test the cell point. And then we'll go in and we'll fix the texture. Dollar General should accept everything. So I'll work on a map. We'll have to work on a map update at some point this weekend. Well, it doesn't have to be this weekend. I just have to get the map update done before we release Old Man's Mill. Which means I'll have to get Dixie a map update before she can test Old Man's Mill. Alright, let's go back to, yeah, Dollar General or Aldi should take these. Before I dump these off, what does that palette actually say? You're not going to say unless I put you on the ground. Alright, let's go this way. Do you say glass or do you say walker? You say walker. Okay, so it has the wrong texture. Alright, 84,000 for half a trailer of product. Not bad. Let's head back here so I know all my vehicles are together. Because this map does not have glass. Alright, so let's grab a save. All these delays will never get to the 16x map build today. Alright, let's go into... I'm going to leave Old Man's Mill open. Let's go into the Prairie map. Objects, palettes, global company. Let's go down to the Walker palette. And let's open up the i3D. It says Walker Diffuse. Now, what I think happened is I think my texture palette got messed up. So let's come down here and let's go to Walker. Walker ended up with our glass texture. So that's going to be an easy fix, but it's going to require a map update. So let's come over to palettes, textures. Let's grab our Walker texture. Let's go copy and paste and replace. So I'm going to have to do a map update just to fix that one texture. I'm not going to go in and test it now, but I'll I'll just make a mental note for myself. All right, let's check the log really quick. Make sure no other errors popped up in the log. All right, so we're good. So the Old Man's Mill is good to go. Now, I want to do a twofer when we release Old Man's Mill. I want to look at the Ritchie. I want to look at the heating plant. Let's look at the homestead. Crap. All right, hold on. I got to go into my... Let's go into the archives. Come on, give me D. I think it's this one, yeah. Is it under current working? It's under current working. Let's look at the homestead map and mods. I want to look at the homestead grass dryer. So let's do this. Let's go, or not the grass dryer, the heating plant. Let's go FS19 Prairie underscore heating plant. Let's look at that. Let's grab the homestead heating plant. So let's go copy and paste. And I can close that. Let's unzip this. This one can get deleted. I actually want you on this side. Let's look at, let's take a quick peek at the mod description. Alright, everything should be good there. Let's look at the 110. It's going to give us income per hour. So we're inputting fuel, we're inputting water. We may have to make some slight changes. Let's look at this. So it accepts wood chips, straw, grass, and we're going to add nutshell in. I believe, yeah. So we're going to add nutshell in. We're going to make it. Going to make you earn it 99,000. We're going to put in, we're going to add nutshell in here. Alright, so we're going to throw in fuel, we're going to throw in water, we're going to get a little bit of digestate back. We're going to bump up to 8,000 liters an hour, so it makes more money. We're going to have it give you a little bit more digestate back. So we have 5 million liters of fuel as an input, 2 million liters. Let's bump this up to 2. I know the other thing we're going to have to change. Let's go back here. Let's change homestead to prairie. Let's change homestead to prairie. We shouldn't have to change anything else. Everything else should stay the same because we're not changing up the factory. We have to look at the store picture. So let's change this to prairie. So let's just go with the red. change this up to prairie. Alright, so particle system, everything else should be good. So let's zip this up. Let's jump back into crap. Alright, what are you? You are the prairie map. Let me close you. You are, let me close you. Let's go back to mods. Prairie zip. Let's grab the heating plant. Let's jump back into the prairie map. Now my walker texture is still going to be wrong because this is a different mods folder. Let's go into save game 16. Now we should have a heating plant. We do. So you'll get a twofer. When we release the old man's mill for this map, we'll release the heating plant with it. So it gives you a little bit of, it'll get us a little bit of income per hour. So let's head back here. Let's grab, oh, wrong one. Let's grab, we should have a heating plant in here now. We do. It's nice and small. Let me just toss it right here in the middle. Yeah, there shouldn't be any errors at all with this. So let's grab some water. Crap, I didn't see if it had a bale trigger. Let's see if it has a bale trigger. Let's grab, sorry, we got to change, we got to empty the resin. We have to add water in here. Alright. And then I'm actually going to try, see if that straw trigger works. If not, we'll go in and make a quick adjustment. So let's grab some straw bales again. Let's grab our truck. Where's my, oh, okay, they are back there. I was going to say, where's my store delivery mod? But they are back there. Now let's go to large square bales. So it should take bales or bulk. Alright, so it will take bales or bulk. So let's grab some nutshells to make sure the bulk trigger works. It has a little bit of nutshells in it, so let's just top it off. Oop. I don't want to unhook you. Now, let's try and get my right there on a dark spot. Alright, let's forward time an hour. So we're at 49. Actually, let's do this. Let's go to 49. 080297. I can't remember what that. Now, hold on, y'all. I gotta write that down. 49. I'm gonna wipe all of our money out. 49080297. Let's go into here. Let's go minus 49 million 080297. All right, so we should have no money in the game. We're minus 5,000. Put 5,000 back in. All right, so we should be at $0. All right, let's roll time an hour. Let's go to 940. All right, so we're making about $5,000 an hour. Let's roll, so we can get one more hour. 1040, right about 1040. Now, I don't know if that's my only income. That's the problem. So if we're at 19,000 now, let's go another hour. 1140. It looks like it's going to make about $10,000 an hour. Yeah, it looks like it's going to make about $10,000 an hour. I can live with that. Let's do a save. Let's make sure there's no errors in the log. And then I'm going to get out of here, y'all. I've got... Yep, so we are good. So that factory is good as well. So I'm going to close that, close that, close that. We don't need this open. I don't need that open. All right. I'm going to throw y'all on ending soon. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Give me about 2 hours, y'all. Hour and a half to 2 hours. I've got to get a video edited and rendered so I can upload it to YouTube tonight. I've got to run to the grocery store so I have food for the weekend, so I don't have to leave the house after I get back home today. And then when I get back, we have, from the time I get back and go live till dinner time, we can work on the 16x map. Farm Chick says, have a great day. I'll be back. Give me an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I'll catch y'all later.